What's up, you guys? This is Arash at Wedven, the Wedding Vendor Podcast, and I'm with the fabulous two wedding, party, design, photography, what's your company name again?
Fabulous 2 Wedding and Party Design.
Oh,
I know
okay.
it's too long.
Can you guys make it Fabulous 2 or Fabulous Duo? Just shorten it for SEO.
Well, we could kind of do Fabulous 2 Design, but then we are the Fabulous 2.
Yes.
Well, I didn't get a chance to say your names because your company name was so long, but I'm here with Zorah and Shora. Thank you guys for coming today.
Oh, thank you for
having
us.
Of course. Can you give us a background how you guys got started?
Well,
Sure.
Start from the beginning of how you guys met.
Oh no, my mom and I got married. We're
They
sisters.
had one daughter. They decided they wanted to do better, so then they had the second one. No,
This is your parents?
Yeah.
This would be my
Okay.
parents.
So you guys are sisters.
We are
We're
sisters.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very close sisters.
Yeah.
Yes.
A little too close.
Sometimes, yes. We always live like 5 minutes from each other.
Oh, okay.
I usually follow her. So
Yeah.
it's all good.
I usually go buy a house, and then 2 months later, she sells her house and follows
Aw,
me.
that's sweet,
So
though.
hopefully she's
trying to be
moving.
close.
Yeah, somewhere a better community next time. Just kidding. Well, we actually got started when my husband's younger brother was getting married, and his fiance at the time wanted to make her own Sofreh. And she didn't have a lot of family here. Her sister lived in Canada. So I said, hey, I'll help you out. You know, it'll be something nice to do.
Mm-hmm.
I was an art major, design major. My sister's just a natural artist, you know. So I asked her, hey, do you want to help me help her make this Sofreh? And we started doing different pieces. And we're like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. It's so creative.
Yeah.
And then, afterwards, Zora was like, hey, we should do this as a business. And I'm like, you're kidding me, right? Like, I have 3 little kids. And then next thing I know, she's researched all this like small business and partnerships and everything. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. And that's what happened.
Yeah,
So,
that's how you get started. Yeah.
How did you know what to put on a Sofreh? Like from a layman's perspective, like how did you know we need I know you can Google what goes on it, but how do you come up with like the design that, hey, we're gonna make it this way this time, we're gonna switch this up, we're gonna go kind of bigger mirror or smaller mirror? How do you guys decide that?
Well, we started by making 2 separate Sofrehs. So Shora worked on one and I worked on because obviously we needed photographs for,
So which one was better, did you say?
Mine.
Okay.
Of course, yeah.
liar. Sorry.
So, and that's where the creativity comes in, obviously, because if you're a natural artist and you see all this in your head, and sometimes we get all these ideas and we're so excited to actually make it, and most of our designs have a theme going. So let's say if you're doing a nabat for a traditional Sofreh, that nabat is not going to look good for like a really modern Sofreh. So we ended up creating a lot of different styles of the same object, basically, and we just mix and match depending on what Sofreh we're doing. So it's just being an artist, actually.
Yeah, because you put in the element of design, like everything. If you're doing a painting, if you're designing a home, there needs to be balance, there needs to be flow, there needs to be, enough spacing where your eye can rest in the middle of it. So when you're designing anything, you have to like implement those basically rules, if you another word for
rules
it.
of design.
Yeah, exactly. And so for us, and then you look at it, and like you said, a mirror, you're looking in the mirror, does the mirror go with the design of the Sofreh 1? And for us, it's also based on like when we're actually doing a wedding, where's the bride and groom sitting? Is this mirror going to block them too much? Or are we...
Do you practice beforehand before you guys come and set up at a venue?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, you set it up first?
We do a mock-up every single time.
Yes. Well, that's how we pack it. We set it up, and then we pack the boxes. We photograph it so we know where everything goes, and then we pack all of that in like big Tupperware boxes.
Do the bride and groom approve that? Like, do you show them a picture, be like, hey, this is how it's going to look, so they can have input?
Sometimes if they want to, and a lot of times they have already seen the product like on one of our previous weddings. But we always like to alter it a little bit, change it up a little bit. And honestly, even if we've done the Sofreh 18 times, we still bring it, we still set it up.
19 times?
No, well, the 19 times.
No, we don't do that. Yeah.
Piece of cake. And then we will change it up if we have new items that we bought that we think look better, or just kind of update it a little bit so it's not the same exact look for every single Sofreh.
So if you're saying it's not the same every time and you guys add to it, like where do you guys where does someone get Sofreh stuff? Is it like Home Depot, Amazon? Where do we go?
Everywhere.
Everywhere?
Home
Everywhere.
goods. We've
Home
spent
goods,
so much
yeah.
money in home goods. It's not even funny.
I literally could open up a store in this house.
Yeah.
Between Zora and I, we have my third garage is full. Zora has a bedroom that's full. We have a humongous shed that we have that's full. So we have a lot of stuff. And then like Zora and I like to create stuff. So we'll sit there and we'll make nuts and eggs and things like that.
And you have to have a variety for your clients. You can't have two
Right.
Sofrehs and just give those two Sofrehs to everybody.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because everybody has different tastes. So we do have like 10, 12 different designs, and then they can
At
come.
least, yeah.
At least, yeah. And then they look through the albums, and then they see what they like. And they can alter a little bit depending if it's going to match the look of that Sofreh.
So if they're like, hey, we want the biggest mirror you got, and they have like a smaller Sofreh, you guys kind of veto that. You're like, no.
Yeah.
We guide them.
You guide them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has to keep the design integrity, you know?
Yeah.
And that's our basically, that's even like,
That's our
better way to say,
signature,
it's our
yeah.
signature. That's our advertising too. So we make the client happy, but at the end of the day, you know, as professionals, we know how to make the design work the best and look the best. So, and normally they have no issues with it. At the end of the day, it's their wedding and they get what they want.
Normally they don't. So what happens when they do?
Normally they have no problems, but then it's a surprise. They're like, look at this. But wait, I thought I had picked a gold one. No, silver's much better. I'm kidding.
No, honestly,
But
we've
they
been
have-
so blessed with having
knock on
wonderful,
wood.
knock on wood, wonderful clients that are still friends with us, and we hound them forever. We don't leave them
We
alone.
stalk them on
we
Facebook.
stalk them
They're
on
like, oh my
Facebook.
God, they've had a baby.
You guys have that reputation.
Yeah.
We do, yeah.
And that, you know, there's certain photographers that, you know, we just
yeah.
don't like working with. No,
Yeah.
Can you name them, please?
No, we're professionals. We don't like to, it's like celebrities, you know. We don't name names.
Yeah. No, really, honestly, and we... Can I toot your horn a little bit? We love working with you.
No.
Yes.
You're gonna think I paid you guys. to
No,
say
you
that, so
didn't,
it's
because
okay.
because there's, you know, there aren't a lot of people I would ask to do my daughter's wedding, and so
That is
you know,
true.
yeah. So
I feel privileged to
thank you.
have that
We
honor.
really appreciated that.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
All these Sofrehs that you guys have done, like about how many weddings do you guys have set up Sofrehs for?
Oh my
if you had to
God.
guess.
We've lost count.
Over 100?
Maybe not 100.
Like 50.
So let's say out of that 50, do you have one that was like, this is the main, this is our hero Sofreh, this is like the biggest, most extravagant one we've ever created?
We did some really unique ones for like wedding shows that I thought were definitely out of the box.
Okay.
Something that wasn't typical, you know?
What made it atypical?
I think it's the items we used. We did one was like literally a Sofreh of succulents, you know, with it was modern, but it had like tropical elements in it that we thought was really cool. That we did one that we've used in other weddings where it was designed like basically the Sofreh had grown out of the woods, you know?
Yeah, look, you set up the Sofreh in the woods and leave it alone for 5 years, and then you come back to it.
Yeah.
That was the concept.
We did that for our niece, actually.
Yeah.
For her wedding. And
We're actually doing that again in a 5
and then
or 6
we did
months.
one that was a bed of crystals. Literally, the
Oh, wow.
entire Sofreh was covered in little crystals. It took us 6 hours to set up.
Wow.
Very modern, you know.
How much help do you guys have to set these up?
We
including
have
5 people, 10 people?
No, it's usually the two of
of
us.
us.
Oh,
if
wow.
we're coordinating or you know also planning the wedding and or at least the day of coordinating whatever, we do sometimes ask one of our cousins who has helped us a lot. She'll come and help us. Unfortunately, our husbands had no idea that they had second careers.
I think I've seen them a few times.
So too.
Lifting boxes
Oh, man.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Pressured into that.
Yeah.
They went to school all these years just to lift boxes.
Manual
That
labor.
shows how
It's all
devoted
good.
they are.
Yes.
They are devoted. They're very actually. I have to
support you
say
guys.
they're very supportive,
They
which is
are.
really nice.
Extremely.
Yeah. So in the beginning, I used to ask my husband to go work more so he could pay for my business, you know. So now at least all he has to do is labor.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so you know, I have to say, like, we love all of our Sofrehs, obviously, but sometimes what really adds more, it's the clients, like weddings we've done where we just have like the most wonderful, appreciative, they're in awe of the Sofreh, let's just say, like they're just, you know, that makes it even, like, we're both really
Yes.
sentimental. Like I love weddings, you know, obviously. So just, we cry every time we see our brides and grooms. And so when it's like weddings where they're just such wonderful people and they're so appreciative, that makes it amazing for us, to be honest.
Right.
You'd be surprised how many of our brides call us khale.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Yeah,
It's so cute.
Very, very sweet. And we love all of them. Seriously, all of them.
Almost all of them, you said?
No, all of them.
Just making sure. So you guys said you guys also do planning then? And daily
And coordination.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We do full planning. We do 2-month planning. Day of coordination, we call it day of coordination, but it's actually the month of coordination.
Yeah, you can't get involved the day of. That's just ridiculous.
So how would that go? Someone has you guys during their Sofreh coordination and planning. So the day of the wedding, you guys are setting up and planning. How would that work?
Well, depending on who designed that particular Sofreh that they have chosen, they do the Sofreh part and the other person does the coordination part.
So what's your favorite? Would you rather do Sofreh or plan or day of coordination?
That's a good one.
It's a good. I like both. I like the creation of the Sofreh because I can stand there and look at it and enjoy it. But I also love organizing. I love putting, doing floor plans. I love doing timelines. I love all of that. I'm a very type A personality, so I like doing that.
So you're giving me the politician answer.
No, that's the truth. No, I was just
Honestly,
about to get
I
to
can't
it.
choose.
I do love the planning part sometimes a little more, just because I love being part of the tablescapes and how to do the floral arrangements and honestly, creating a Sofreh and actually physically doing a Sofreh is a lot of work. I always say it's like moving a studio apartment and setting it up, and it takes us
It is tiring.
4 to 5 hours.
Yeah, 4 hours.
Some Sofreh has taken us actually 6 hours to set up. 4 to 5 hours to set up. Then we're there obviously during the ceremony, even if we're not coordinated, we're always there to stay, make sure everything goes well. And then you're cleaning it up, which take another 2 to 3 hours.
Right.
So labor-wise, it's a lot of work. But the planning, it's work. You're running around, but you're putting the little name tags on there. It's all little bitty stuff, which I enjoy. So I guess if I had the choice, I would let you do the Sofreh and I will do the running around. Even though Zora did one time. Remember at Estancia?
Yes.
We did a wedding there.
Arash was
the one I was there as well.
Yes.
And I think you logged in
I
13 miles.
13 miles on my phone.
Between
I
the location of the
all
Sofreh and
day.
the ballroom.
It was far away.
Yes.
I didn't walk a lot that day. I was right by the Sofreh. So
I did a lot of walking that day.
We prefer to do both.
Yeah.
We're there and get, we'll make sure everything flows really well, and specifically when we are doing the Sofreh, then we'll take care of everything.
And it depends. Honestly, there are wonderful, wonderful coordinators out there. But when you're doing a Persian wedding, I always suggest to our clients, even if you don't go with us for coordinating, have someone that knows the culture, understands what Persian culture is, understands how you need to treat your grandmother, how you need to be respectful, what is important to relay to the photographer. Please make sure you take pictures of the Sofreh because, we did one wedding that unfortunately the wedding planner was not Persian and they had not set time aside for the pictures of the Sofreh with the bride and the groom. And we warned them 3 times. We kept repeating it. They haven't.
You're supposed to repeat it 17 times.
17 times,
Actually, 19 is that magic number, remember?
Yeah. And finally, at the end, she's like, no, they're not going to take any photos.
So it was at the beach. We had to start cleaning up.
And then we cleaned up, and in the middle of the cleanup, the next day's wedding was rehearsing while we were cleaning up in the same spot. Wow. And then they come back.
No, the mom comes back.
The mom came back, unfortunately.
Actually, she made me cry. I was so sad.
Because
she was like, oh my God, what about the picture? What about the pictures? And we said, I'm so sorry. We've asked them so many times to come and take pictures before we have to clean up, before it gets dark. And it was literally on the beach.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? They didn't take pictures? And she started crying, and I started crying, and that was it. We couldn't do anything about it.
The second wedding I did with you guys were just setting up the Sofreh, and I remember you guys guided me to basically, hey, we need to take more pictures because we didn't take enough with the family of the bride and groom And then we got that, and they were really fantastic photos. There was an inside one.
Yes.
Weston, I think, in
Yes,
downtown.
yes.
And those came out like beautiful. Thanks to you guys.
Oh, no, thanks to you.
To
Somebody,
vouch for what you guys are saying.
yeah,
it's
our
not-
clients the other day had chosen that Sofreh, and they were like, my God, this is such an amazing photograph. I'm like, I know.
But we had to like dim the lights. We had to go through the whole
Yes.
process.
Yeah,
it was a
with all
team
the
thing. It
candles.
wasn't just me. It wasn't just you. It was a whole team.
Yeah,
that made it
exactly.
happen. So if they don't have that same team there, you can't guarantee results, right?
That's true.
Absolutely.
Right. Just wanna get that
And
out
that's
there.
Yeah,
so true.
exactly. Say that again. We'll stop talking.
That is absolutely true. And that's why, as coordinators, we involve everybody in the process. Everybody gets a timeline. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do. Because if each part of that team doesn't pull their own weight, it's not going to go
It's gonna
well.
fall apart, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you help the other person out. We did a wedding where one of our DJs went to Costco and grabbed some flowers for us because because the florist had created a bouquet that the bride wasn't.
What's her name? So everybody knows.
No, we're not going to do
The
that.
florist, we won't say the florist, but we can say the DJ.
Go ahead, say the DJ.
DJ Julius.
Awesome. So
Yes.
we know he goes out of his way.
He goes out of his
So
way.
out of his
I will
way.
never forget how thankful we were. And we didn't even ask. He was just overheard the conversation. The bride, who again called us Khaled, we had done her sister's wedding. She comes up to Zora. She goes, I don't like this bouquet. And Zora's like, okay. She goes, let me see
We
where
weren't
the
even
florist.
coordinating that wedding.
Yeah.
We were just doing
She's
so
like,
friends.
let me see where the florist is. And we're like, the florist is gone. So Zora's like, what am I going to do? I don't have any flowers. And Julius was like, I'll go. There's a Costco down. It was in Temecula area. I saw a Costco on the way. And he's like, I'll go get you guys some flowers. And he did. And Zora fixed the bouquet. And the bride was so happy. And I was like, oh my God, that's what it's about. It's about teamwork. Same thing on the wedding we did together in Estancia. The flowers weren't sitting upright. All of us, the rental person, Zora and I, we were up there helping the florist try to refigure the configuration because it wasn't standing up well, over the canopy that had been created. So, but at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's about helping each other, and it takes a village.
Right.
So why don't you be nice?
What happens though if so far we're talking about helping each other out, but sometimes maybe not with you guys, but with other people who have designed Sofrehs, they want their Sofreh to look their best, beautiful, whatever, right? So they may have huge floral arrangements on the corners, a big mirror, but then we can't see the bride and groom, so we can't film them, we can't photograph them.
Yes.
So then there's a conflict there.
Yes.
So if we go say something as a photographer or cinematographer, they think we're kind of trying to bring down their
Minimize
Sofreh level,
their
minimize their
Sofreh.
Sofreh.
Yes.
So how do we go about making sure everybody's on the same page?
Let me just say one thing. Literally, you can ask Zora every single time I talk to a bride and groom. The first thing I say,
emphasize that.
First thing we say is your photographer, videographer is the most important in the sense of this is what you have for the rest of your life to look at.
Yeah.
Nothing else is going to be as important as those photographs. So for us, we literally think about that every time we're designing something, the way we're seating them. I always say, make sure you're seated in a way so the photographer isn't in the way of all your guests, has the best angle of you guys.
Right.
So
Thank you.
I don't know how to say it, but you as the coordinator need to think about the entire picture. And you as a Sofreh designer also need to think about that, because at the end of the day, what matters is how happy the bride and the groom are.
Right.
And so they get their pictures and it's not what they wanted because their views are blocked.
Can't be seen,
Yeah, you can't
They're
be seen.
in a jungle.
No, the
Yeah,
thing is
I mean-
that the Sofreh is just a setting for the bride and the groom. The Sofreh is not the star of the
nothing is
of
the
the
star.
day. The bride and
Some
the
Sofreh
groom.
designers think the Sofreh is
But
the main
that's
part of the day,
unfortunate. But when it
That's not
comes,
the
You
great
want to
my-
name them?
no,
I actually don't know them.
no. But when it comes to that day and the Sofreh has been set, that's pretty much too late to change things. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So all of these things need to be thought of ahead of time, how they're sitting, and that's where. When we're doing the Sofreh and coordination together, we're thinking of all of this at the same time. When our bride and the grooms are facing their guests, there's no way we're going to put a huge mirror when you cannot see
Right.
them
You can't
over
see
it.
them. The whole, I mean, besides even the photographer or videographer,
The guests.
the family
Yeah.
can't see
Yeah.
them. Mom and the dad can't see them, So it just has to be at the end of the day, everyone's mindset needs to be like, what is going to work out the best for this bride and groom?
Absolutely.
Honestly, that's it. And if they don't have that mindset,
Tough.
Yeah, it's really
get crop
hard
photos.
as the
I
client.
mean, we have
like, honestly,
we
I
have
don't
moved.
know.
If when they wanted to take a picture like on the other side of the sofa, we have gone and removed the mirror so
Yeah.
they can stand and have the picture be
Afterwards,
taken
yeah.
afterwards.
That's
Yes,
fine. Yeah.
yeah. But during the ceremony, videos and photographs should be the number one priority besides the couple getting married. Because anything,
That's what
everything,
they have.
that's the only thing that will last them for the rest of their lives.
Right.
We have even like actually pointed it out to our clients. Like, I just want you to know, if you sit here, you're going to be blocked, or you're, because of the design you want on your sofa or the mirror you've chosen. Like, it's our job to, basically inform them, not warn them, but like inform them on what's going to be happening so they're not shocked later on.
Right.
But if a photographer comes up to me as a Sofreh designer and say, hey, I can't shoot the bride and the groom, these arrangements are huge,
They just
or
say
this.
hey, they don't say like ma'am or miss.
Well, if they say ma'am, then I don't do anything for them.
What do you guys think of the people who have the quotations traditional Sofreh where their back is to the guests? So they're looking at the mirror to see the guests. I don't think we've done like that together, but I see that
We
a couple
have
times a year.
we have
We
done
alternate a
it,
little.
but we don't do it with their back to them. We have them sit like a Western ceremony where they're facing each other and their profile is so one side is to
Kind
the
of
guest.
like
That-
knee to
Yeah.
knee,
Yeah. So that way they have, and especially if it's a high profile Sofreh, we suggest that because they're not going to see you if you're sitting on the other side of the Sofreh.
Right.
So, but in any Western traditional ceremony, the couple's side, their profile is being viewed by the guests. So we kind of create that in front of the Sofreh.
Gotcha.
And also seating, like how you seat the guests. If we have any flexibility on that, we can kind of, depending on how they're sitting at the Sofreh, we can basically lay the chairs out so that they have a better view.
Even if you're not coordinating and planning the wedding? You
Yeah, we
suggest
do.
That? So you guys
We
do the extra mile too?
Yeah, that's why we
Wow.
stay. We literally set up the Sofreh. We'll go change our clothes, do a little hair, makeup. As Zora says, we look presentable. And then we come out and we tell them, especially if they have an American coordinator, we always say, hey, we're here for you guys. Like, if you want us, like, we'll help you. And there have been a few times where the American coordinator says, hey, would you guys take over during this,
and we
the
have.
actual wedding?
How much
We're like,
commission
sure.
do they give you for that?
Nothing. You
Oh,
do it
just
because you want the day to
Out of
go well.
love?
Yeah.
No, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying this. I mean, I literally have the mentality, and Zora does too, like how you want to be treated.
Right.
Like, what would you have wanted done on your wedding day? And it's like, except for, hopefully the day they have children, it's the happiest and the most important
Right.
day of their life. So why wouldn't you want it to be perfect?
Yeah.
Everything's not about the money,
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
I mean, if they do, I'm not going to say no.
So you can tip these ladies, okay? So
I
if
can
they
tip
do a
them.
great job, you can
I
tip
accept
them.
diamonds,
Okay, or
rubies,
jewelry.
and emeralds. Yeah, I'll let you know the cut later.
You guys said you've both been married. Who did your Sofreh then? Back 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
My
you got
mom
married.
did
Your
mine, not
mom.
5 years ago, 31 years
Oh, wow,
ago.
okay.
Yes.
I was
mom
just
did.
born.
My mom did. Yeah, my mom and I made everything on my Sofreh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got married in San Diego, and I decided, actually seeing how much work went into it. I'm not kidding. Like, the amount of work that my mom put in, she was exhausted, and the amount of work Zora did and
Yeah.
everything. I decided I would just go ahead and have someone set up my Sofreh.
And
So.
did they do an okay job?
Yeah, they did
Yeah,
a
they did a
beautiful
beautiful
job. Yeah, they did. Back then, there weren't that many people doing that. So, like about 2 years ago, but now
Honestly, back then there were no coordinators either. You just kind of
the
like
hotel
went and
kind of coordinated it. for you.
hired people and hoped for the best. Because it's like I went and hired people and I didn't even talk to them until the day of the wedding. And we were so naive.
It's a different industry back then, yeah.
And I didn't, I was 23 years old when I got married, so I didn't even realize what life was all about,
Yeah.
So now it's so complicated, and there's so many elements that go
the
into
whole production.
it that you should have a good coordinator to help through your day, for sure. For sure.
What's the main thing if a bride or groom asks, why do we need a coordinator? We have a planner. Why do we need one? What's one answer you can give them?
My answer is that on the day of the wedding, you shouldn't have to think about anything.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm not going to think about it anyway.
No, yes, you are. Because everybody's going to, I'm sorry, but everybody's going to come to you when they have a problem.
Oh, what the problem is.
Yeah.
You guys are problem solvers.
We are problem solvers.
Well, yeah, there are times where the bride and groom had no idea that the right linens didn't show up. At the end of the day, we made sure that we got the right linens that they wanted. So yeah, like you shouldn't be sitting there and sweating the little things and worrying about it. This is your day to enjoy. Have a glass of wine, relax, soak up the moment, really take it all in.
You'd be missing on the moment if you're trying to do it yourself.
Oh, for sure.
You'd be missing out on the
You
moment.
should not micromanage on your wedding day. You can do that beforehand, but don't do it on your wedding day because or your family.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was
didn't
going to say.
realize that she was she didn't know
I was
20
the
years ago
unofficial
that-
coordinator at her wedding.
So I went to her for everything. I was like she came to all my meetings and stuff. But at the wedding day, our officiant was like an hour and a half late. I was sitting there crying.
Please name him.
I don't even know if he works anymore.
Oh, okay.
And the sad thing is I don't remember his name. So anyway. And our florist had forgotten my bouquet, my toss bouquet, whatever. And every 5 seconds, like someone or I had gone to Zora that day. So I'm like, Zora, no one made my bouquet. And Zora's like, oh my God. And then she took the flowers from the
Is this why she's so stressed in all the videos?
Yeah. And then she wrapped it and she was here. And I'm like, oh, I think she might be a little ticked off. So I was like, okay, let me let my sister enjoy my wedding. So we say that.
By the way, I had a 3-year-old. I was pushing on the stroller while I was doing all of this.
With
a little stressful.
Wow.
With a little not
So
fun.
if you were to do this again, like this year, you'd hire a coordinator and planner, like for
Yes,
sure?
for sure,
Absolutely.
for sure.
And you'd hire a Sofreh designer if you were to do it again, or would you rather do it hands-on yourself since you're so experienced?
For who?
Your own
I
wedding.
did. Well, my own wedding? No, I wouldn't do it myself.
But your daughter's wedding.
My daughter's wedding, I did do it myself only because I was able to do it the night before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The venue let you set
The
up.
venue,
Yeah.
and we had to do it indoors because I couldn't set it up outside.
Right.
So my first priority when we were looking at venues was an indoor space for the Sofreh.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
just had a client who hired us this day coordinator, and then she's like, I'm doing the Sofreh. We're like, oh, okay, well, it's a lot of work. And at the end, after she talked to us and she researched herself how much work it is, and she's like, maybe I'll just have you guys do it.
Yeah.
Because we did one of our niece's weddings, and it takes a lot of work the day of. This is a different niece. It takes a lot of work the day of, and then you don't have time to go we didn't have time to go get ready. We didn't have time to do our makeup and hair.
And we were tired then.
Yeah, and you were tired. Zora didn't even want to dance even because she was so exhausted throughout.
gosh.
I know.
I danced no matter what.
I know. Because, any Azeri music that comes on, we're on the dance floor.
We do have to get
we
some
do have to
energy
get the Aussie.
during
But you
those
guys do
songs.
enjoy the wedding then, like if, the bride and groom are cool with it, you guys would stay to
Absolutely.
We have been invited many
Absolutely.
times, yeah.
Yes.
And we have danced the night away with them.
Yeah.
I think I have footage, yeah.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Post it for anyone that wants
Yeah,
to see.
sure.
Unfortunately, with a lot of brides and grooms, they always kind of ask for a discount, to
Yes.
say it nicely. Like, hey, how can we get a discount? Which is understandable because weddings are expensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can someone come to you guys and say, hey, we'll just hire one of you guys, give me 50% off?
No.
No, it's a team effort.
It doesn't work that
So-
way.
Yeah.
Is
And-
there a way for someone to get a discount? For example, a DJ told me if he has it at a certain venue, since the speakers are already set up, he would offer a discount.
Oh, I see.
Because it's less work for him. So is there a way for someone to get a discount with you guys for Sofreh or planning or both?
I mean, we have tended to give a little discount when they've done a group, when we've done the planning and we've created a sweets table for them, and we've also created the Sofreh for them. Then like a bundle, we have given a discount, but it's all about the labor.
Mm-hmm.
So for us, it doesn't matter if it's on a Tuesday or a Saturday. We're there at 9 a.m.
Right.
We leave at 10 at night. Even if we're just doing the Sofreh, it's a long, very strenuous physical process. So. In that sense, and I'm not going to say all, but some Persians like to hike up the price and then give a discount. We're very Americanized.
Yeah, we don't do that. Yeah.
Our prices are set based on the amount of labor and time and everything that we put into it. We haven't hiked up our prices then later on lowering it as a quote unquote discount. Just not how we are.
A range on the most questions I get is how much are Sofrehs? Planning can vary, but for Sofrehs, is there a range that it starts at that you can share, or would you rather them
Our
call you?
prices are just in
No,
general.
your prices.
Oh, our
Is it
prices.
like 12,000, 3,000?
Yeah, like 50,000 for a
50,000
small
and up?
one. If you were getting married, 100,000, but
Yeah.
whatever. It depends on the size, but it could go anywhere from a couple $1,000s to
The high end would be
Yeah, 4,000, 3,500.
Yeah,
It
something
depends
like
on
that.
how complicated.
35,000 or 3,500?
3,500.
Okay.
Oh no,
Yeah.
God
There,
help.
there are sofas that I hear that are 16, 17,000, but I don't know what goes into
I
that.
don't know if is
That might be
everything-
real diamonds on there.
Do they-
They're renting it. They don't.
Yeah, you're
so
right. I guess you
I
don't get the
understand
diamonds.
I don't
the-
understand either.
Okay.
I have heard of $5,000-$6,000 Sofrehs. Like
Okay.
easily, I have heard of that.
And that's another thing. Our prices are very
That
competitive.
sounds very reasonable. Yeah.
Very reasonable. So
Especially
honestly,
to get both of you?
yes,
Yeah,
and they get
that's
both
it.
of us.
Two
and
for the
there-
price of one.
There's
Even
no,
if you don't want it.
there's no room to like bring our prices down because we don't charge crazy amounts for
shouldn't bring
doing
it
a
down,
Sofreh. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We earn
Right.
how much we work for the amount of money that we
Right.
are given. Honestly, yeah.
Can I ask how much is an add-on if they want one of you guys to do some S-Fan? Because there's a rumor that you guys
Out of
do
the
that.
love of my heart, I do it for free.
Yes. She's
Sofreh charges $500
That's reasonable too.
for 5 minutes.
That's
Yeah.
reasonable too.
Yeah.
That's a I mean, if you drop that or if you spill it on someone's head.
God help me if you pour it on the groom's head.
and set it on fire. No,
Hasn't happened, thank the Lord.
no.
Yeah, but that's just done on special occasions.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your guys' favorite part about a wedding?
The photographer.
No, what part? Like the
kidding.
ceremony,
I
the
have
cake
I have
cutting?
one specific one
Yes.
that I love.
Oh, yeah, Zora does.
When everybody's looking at the bride coming down the aisle,
Oh, okay.
I look at the groom and I take his picture because the look on his face
Yeah.
is just amazing.
Yeah.
Always, never fails, and I always send that picture to the bride so she has it.
Yeah.
So you're taking the photographer's job, is what you're saying?
I am absolutely.
Oh,
No,
okay.
she's stalking the groom. That's what she's doing. It's okay. But it's in a motherly, sisterly, loving way.
Sure.
If I'm in a good position where I can take the picture, if the photographer's in my way, then I can't do it.
What if you're in the
You can
photographer's
jump in
way?
front of the photographer's way.
Yeah, if
then
I'm-
she will move.
Yeah, then I will move.
Then
no,
we'll move,
photographers, number one, videographers, nobody should be in your way.
Yeah, I
absolutely.
Even though my phone does take better pictures, but that's an
Yeah?
argument we'll solve later.
Oh, is it an Apple phone?
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Oh, God forbid Samsung.
Auto settings, okay. What's your favorite part about a wedding?
When the bride walks down.
So kind of similar
Yeah,
to what she said.
I just love the wedding dress. I love the bride coming down, and it's just such a beautiful moment,
And by the way, it's not just the groom, the two brides or two grooms.
Yeah,
Whoever's
doesn't
waiting
matter,
for
yeah.
the other one
Right.
to walk down the
Yeah.
aisle. We love the look on their faces when they see their significant other
Yeah.
walking down to them.
Right.
It's priceless.
Yeah.
How do you go, if you guys are planning and coordinating, assuming you're doing those, how do you go about making sure people aren't jumping in the aisle with their iPads and their phones and
There's an announcement made before.
does that work?
Sometimes,
Yeah.
not all the
sometimes
time.
it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Do you ever grab people by like the collar and say, hey, put that away?
Not particularly.
No? Yeah.
If I can close by and I can whisper,
You would
maybe.
whisper?
Yeah, just
Okay.
I'm so
I
sorry.
have-
The photographer, you're in the photographer's way.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be polite
Yeah.
about everything,
Yeah.
obviously. But it just all
Everything?
depends. Yeah, everything.
Okay.
Yeah, everything.
Just
Even
making
when
sure.
you don't want to be, you're going to be.
You have to have a smile on your face and be nice.
Yeah. We're
I
all
have
Persian,
gone,
you
yeah, we are. And I've gone people out of your way, by the way. You're
absolutely
welcome.
have. Yes, you have.
Now,
Some I probably don't even know about.
Yeah,
'cause
no, they
we're
don't.
focused on other
Zora
stuff.
likes to trip them. But I said, Zora, it's not nice to do that to the grandma.
You try to.
I know. No.
No.
What about if there's, let's say, a photographer who moves something of your Sofreh out of the way because he feels or she feels it's in their way? How would you
Well,
guys
we
go about
banned
that?
them from our vendor list,
blacklisted?
and we blacklisted.
No, first we yell at them, don't touch that.
Yeah.
If you want something moved, ask me.
Okay.
Yeah. And if that photographer remembers, the grandmother on that sofa reached in the middle of all the things and took a baklava, and then everything fell. You don't remember?
That really happened?
Yeah, it really happened.
Oh, man.
I don't think you
Yeah.
were there then.
Oh, we're
This
taking
was
pictures.
the, yeah, you were taking other pictures.
Thank God the ceremony was over. And most of the pictures were over. It was right after the ceremony.
No, they weren't because they hadn't taken the Sofreh pictures.
Oh, we cleaned up the sofa.
We came afterwards.
You
right?
Yeah,
Afterwards,
you're right.
yeah.
We cleaned up the sofa.
Has anyone ever grabbed something off the Sofreh in the middle of the ceremony? Because I think I have one picture of that one time.
Was it one of our weddings?
No.
Oh, yeah. No.
No. This was the worst scenario where like, because when we're designing the sofa, things are layered, you know, and this one was on mirror and it was all glass and crystals, you remember. So she had reached over to take a baklava, which usually anything on the sofa is just symbolic. It's not edible whatsoever, you know. I mean, it is edible, but we don't want people eating off the sofa. And so anyway, the poor lady reached over and then hit something with her hand. That fell, broke one of our crystals. But the worst part is the baklava was not spread all over this glass, you know, mirror bottom. So yeah, that was fun trying to clean that up. And one show at Party Bravo, I do remember the lady sitting on our Sofreh, our mirror Sofreh, to take a picture, and then one sat down because she was tired. And we were like, do you realize you're sitting on a mirror and this could break? And so, yeah, Persians do tend to like...
My pet peeve
do
is,
interesting things.
No, I have a pet peeve when they come to take a picture next to the sofa and they decide to put their champagne glasses, their water glasses on the sofa.
Or move stuff. I'm like, please don't move things. Like, we haven't even finished our pictures. Like, don't.
Do you ever slap the hand?
No. I just take the drink and move it away. I was like,
I do that too.
Is thinking about it bad?
No.
Okay, then yeah. Maybe think about it, but we won't do it.
Have you guys had any bridezillas, groomzillas?
Absolutely not. I'm being serious about this.
I don't think I have either.
Yeah.
But I think we've had mother or fathers of the bride or groom that have been problematic.
Okay.
Have you had any of those?
Well, we always tell our clients that the bride and the groom, we work for the bride and the groom. So it doesn't matter what anybody else says, all the decisions have to come from them.
What if the father or mother are paying for it?
That's a dynamic they have to work out amongst themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't get involved.
Our final word is from the bride and the groom.
Yeah,
the final word for us is from them.
Yeah,
you know, but
we don't get involved in family dynamics. Yeah. It's like it's too complicated.
You guys don't provide this therapy as well?
We do actually,
somewhat.
We have sometimes,
a little bit here and there.
I did take a class of psychology in college. You know,
just one class.
Just one class.
Oh, just a couple actually. I don't want to hoot my own horn, but you do kind of. Yeah. Really. I remember at my wedding, my photographer was my therapist because the officiant was an hour and a half late. I was so worried about all my American guests who had actually gotten there on time, who are now waiting like 2 hours for the ceremony to start.
They didn't just leave?
No, they didn't leave. Wow. They're really good friends. And the photographer was like calming me down, and he was like, it's going to be okay. Don't cry. And I have always like really appreciated that. Right. Like there has to be someone there if there is, God forbid, a crisis or someone has an emotional meltdown. You do, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But we always tell our couples, nothing is going to be perfect on your wedding day.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You just go with the flow. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if, one of the arrangements wasn't like what you wanted, You
have good problem solvers there to help you when things go wrong.
Yeah, you do.
Because things will go wrong.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you deal with it the best you can. And
you don't panic. And Shora and I are not panickers. We're very calm people.
Panic.
Yeah.
There was that fire that one time, and then you guys just walked out. You're like, hey, we need a fire extinguisher. And I was like, wow.
Oh my God. And I threw myself on the fire because we couldn't find one.
You guys are very brave as well.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a favorite venue?
Oh. I love this estancia. That's one of my favorite venues because I've even stayed there on a staycation or anniversary, whatever. You just feel like you're not in San Diego anymore. I just love the Spanish vibe But oh my gosh, San Diego, we're so lucky. We have so many.
Yes. Favorite venues are probably, for me, are where the people that run those venues are easy to work with.
So this is another politician answer. Can we just get a name of a venue, please?
Okay.
Congress lady?
No, La Valencia.
Oh, yeah, Bobby.
Yeah,
he's
Bobby.
amazing.
We love working with
sweet.
Bobby. He's so sweet. Whatever we ask of him, he's like, okay. Okay. So, it's a very difficult, it's a small venue, and it's a very difficult venue for Sofreh because you have to take everything up and down stairs.
Yeah, you work out.
But the people working there are
make
it worth it. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true.
If a bride or groom asked you between a hotel or a golf course, what would you guys say?
Hotel.
Because
they have all the resources.
All there. Yeah.
They have the tables. They have the risers. They have everything. They have
rooms for your guests.
They have rooms for your guests. It's like, it's easy. very easy. You know, the less you bring in to a venue, the easier the wedding is going to be.
So I think you're talking from a Sofreh designer perspective. What if
No.
they're asking from a planning
perspective?
Because where would they take photos, for example, if it was in the middle of Mission Valley, a hotel?
I mean, I'm sure every area, you know, it's the job of the photographer to go scope out to
Way to
see,
shift focus. I like that.
to see where the, you know, it's like
Put it on that photographer.
I would agree with that.
Yes.
But then I would also tell the bride and groom, don't book like a hotel that doesn't have
like a
surrounding
greenery,
areas.
beautiful space.
Doesn't have to be greenery, just surrounding areas to take photos.
Absolutely.
Most
Yeah.
hotels do, even if they're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But some really do
Don't.
not.
Do
Yes.
not. Yeah.
You're right.
Then
And
we'd
then
have to
honestly,
drive.
we haven't really done a wedding that I can remember that didn't have something either architectural
That's true.
detailing or being close to downtown where you can go do like
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
cityscapes and things like that.
But honestly, 99% of the couples that come to us have already booked a venue.
Same.
Yes.
Same. So we can't.
Yeah.
shift.
majority
Yeah.
of them,
Yeah.
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 There's a few we've helped find, but then it's based on their budget and based
Yes.
on them liking the actual venue itself. Like we just booked one at the Crosby, the clubhouse of the Crosby. We're doing a couple weddings there, and it was the first venue we took them to, and they were like, "We love it. We want it here." Like,
Yeah.
okay, great, you know. And it does have some nice, you know, areas to take photographs
Absolutely,
and things. But yeah, it's kind of.
It's very personal, though. You
Yeah.
can't tell someone based on those criteria not to.
I tell them all the time.
You tell them because you're looking at through the eyes of a photographer
Your
and a
photos are gonna
videographer.
suck, yeah.
Yeah.
Your photos are
Well,
gonna
I'm
suck.
telling you, we've really not been. We've never done
Yeah.
a wedding somewhere where, like, I think it wasn't picturesque enough, or let's just say, like, maybe near a location that they could have actually driven to. That's not that far. Do you know what I mean? Like La Valencia, if you wanted to take them down by the, even though La Valencia is gorgeous, but if you wanted to take them by the beach,
Right.
it's not like that much of.
That's not. Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
right. Like most of the venues that we've done.
What about those who want to have a beach wedding, like on the sand or on a cliff overlooking the beach? Isn't that a disaster?
Right on the beach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Because we'll have-
Sofreh, yeah.
Well, not just Sofreh. I just feel like I went to a wedding. It was an American wedding on the beach. One of my husband's coworkers, and gorgeous, like beautiful Hotel Del actually. But I just remember all the people in their bathing suits walking back and forth behind
them.
that.
Yeah.
And
Sounds of boats and video.
yeah, kids
wind.
screaming. I don't even really love it that much when the ceremony site is right next to a pool, because I think there's
Right.
so much
Yeah.
sound coming in.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's visible, sometimes it's not, or you have a lot of, like Zohar and I, looky-loos. They're like leaning over a wall,
Yeah.
and
People in bathing suits looking through to
I mean,
see.
we've even gone up to them and said, "I'm so sorry, you're in our videos. Like, could you mind like moving back?" Like,
Because you had like the Speedo on.
Yeah.
God help you. Well, depends
Nobody
what the
wants
body
to see
looks like,
that.
Arash. You know, at that
Nobody
point.
wants to see that.
But yeah, I mean, right up. We did the wedding bowl, which isn't bad, you know, in La Jolla,
Right,
like on the
right.
Cuvier
cliff.
Park, yeah.
Yeah, like that's not
Yeah.
bad.
That's close
I think
enough,
that's
yeah.
private, and you get a really beautiful view and things like that. But yeah, right on the sand on the beach, it doesn't matter. I mean, we did a Sofreh like that, like we were saying. Even American wedding, I think it's really like just.
I don't know.
Lot of-
I'm not a big fan of sand, you know, in my shoes, and you
That
just
too.
kind of have to think of if there is like a formal reception happening afterwards, it's kind of disjointed having a very, you know, earthy beach wedding and then everybody with sand in their toes putting their high heels on in their
Right.
evening gowns and going.
Right.
So it just depends. If the entire thing is happening there and everything is basically barefoot and casual, that's different. But if you're trying to get the ocean and then have a really elegant evening, it doesn't work very well together.
I agree.
It could be a little difficult for your guests. Yeah.
What's the worst wedding venue you've shot at? Probably because it was too much moving around to get to it, going up and down stairs. Is there anything like really bad?
It's a lot of work for us. I mean, Estancia was a lot of walking for me.
Yeah.
But she wasn't walking. She was just
She was
chilling
doing
there.
the Sofreh. I was doing the
That's
coordinating.
how I choose which ones.
I walked 15 miles that
Yeah.
day.
I thought it was 13, but okay.
No,
It went up to
actually, I think it was 17 miles that
Yeah.
day.
19. This
19,
is Florida
that's
19.
that
That's our
number.
magic number
Yes.
for
I
today.
think so.
Yes,
My
but-
age.
Yes.
Go ahead.
But I don't know. Nothing sticks out as a really bad venue.
No, I mean, there was one where it was on a golf course and it was really hot.
Oh, yes.
And
you did that wedding with us.
Yeah, we actually, like, in San Marcos area, it was like, thank God there was a gazebo there. And I'm not joking, like, we were blacking out. It was so hot.
Yeah,
it was probably 100 degrees. No, well, no more, like 105.
It was 106. I do not forget. It was 106.
That was a good guess on my side.
Is that the hottest wedding you guys have done?
Yes.
We did a 113 in Topanga Park where the cameras were shutting off. People were passing out.
Really?
It was pretty.
Was that like a couple of years ago or something? Yeah, because I remember seeing photos that you had posted.
Was everybody sweating?
People are sweating, and then people are just like not
Passing
enough water.
out?
So like 2 drinks or 2 shots, and then people would just pass out. People would just pass out. Yeah.
You're not kidding.
No.
Oh my God, that's so dangerous.
Yeah. Cameras would just overheat because cameras are electronics.
Yeah,
it's just like your cell phone would, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had like 6 cameras. 2 of them, I think, shut off. I mean, we have backups, but it was just pretty bad. It was like tweeting out to like Canon, hey, Canon overheated.
113?
Yeah, 113. Yeah.
In like the valley area?
Yeah, it's like a little like Topanga Park.
Yeah. That's where my cousins we have family there.
Yeah.
Wow, that's insane. No, we thought this was bad. Like, I mean, it was in a golf course and they had a locker room. I literally went and took a shower. And we were guests at that wedding too. She was a friend of ours. So I think I took 2 showers. One, like, I'm not even kidding. One before I got dressed for the
one after
ceremony, and then one after I cleaned up the Sofreh. I changed my outfit, and I was like, oh my God, yeah. I mean, I was dizzy. I actually like.
I was seeing dark spots in front of my eyes the whole time.
That one, but what are you gonna do? You're gonna make it happen.
So people can hire you guys for American weddings to plan and coordinate.
Yeah,
I mean,
one of the ones coming up is actually a non-Persian wedding we're doing.
And you guys might set up like dessert tables or things like that, right?
Yeah, we can do that.
We don't provide the food, but we provide
you don't bring
the decoration.
Desserts?
No. We do the decorating.
Told you to get that food license.
You guys don't do florals either, right?
No, we don't do florals. No. Yes, but we have a lot of wonderful florists that we know that we can recommend.
Beautiful job.
Yeah,
absolutely,
for sure. We do it for fun as like a hobby, but not anything professional.
Yeah.
Why don't you add that in there?
I just got the time. I don't have the time.
Can you add
we
like
need a third
sister?
fabulous. Yeah. Well, we do have our cousin. She is the third fabulous. So
initiate her in. Huh? Initiate her in.
Yeah, that's true.
Add florals, expand the business.
There you go.
Yeah, that's true. But I always feel like you should concentrate on like what you're forte
good at.
Is. Yeah, and when you spread yourself a little
too thin,
it's kind of hard.
And then some people have podcasts, and then they do photos, and
they do weddings, just focus on one thing.
And then they do commercials.
Yeah,
and then,
oh my gosh,
just tone it down, dude.
I'm gonna start doing photography. Did I tell you this?
I thought you did it with your phone.
I do, but it's gonna be. I'm actually gonna advertise it.
You do pet photography. I've seen your dog on many Instagram pages.
Yes.
Dogs on
I know,
Instagram. Yeah.
My poor baby. Yeah.
All right, let's get to the fun part.
Okay.
So if you don't mind, I'm gonna have you guys. There's a very specially made cake here.
Okay.
I know cake sounds good, but this is just very, very rich. Okay? Meaning you really can't eat it all. I mean, maybe you can, but I couldn't. I couldn't eat it all, and I love cake.
Is it poisoned? Like, what's up with this?
No,
Looks good.
It's just very, very rich. It's chocolatey. So if you can put one piece on each of your plates, please.
A whole piece?
A whole piece? Yeah, you'll see why.
Why are you trying to embarrass us by
videotaping? There's no embarrassment.
Why did you get the bigger one?
You actually don't have to eat it.
Supposedly I'm on a diet. Okay.
You'll see if you have to. You guys decide if you have to take a bite.
I hope there's diamonds inside this cake.
Oh my God.
So
can I give this back to you?
Sure.
I can wash it for you.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna ask you guys a this or that question.
Okay.
So you have 2 options. If you guys answer it, you guys are good. If you say I don't know, or if you're a congresswoman and say, well, I love both of them, then you have to take a bite. Those are the rules of it. So pick one.
Okay.
Or if you say
I'm
both,
getting my fork ready.
Can I get my vodka? Because this is usually played with alcohol.
Sure.
But okay.
All right. If you accidentally or you had to leave one of these at home, it's a Sofreh item. Okay. Would you leave the honey or the mirror?
Oh, honey for sure.
Honey?
Honey, yeah.
Would you rather have a drunk bride or drunk groom?
Drunk groom.
Why are you guys looking at each other? You guys.
I'm looking out for it.
I'm thinking up to the ceiling. I'm thinking.
You guys don't have to answer the same. There's no.
No, we're really thinking. I just don't want her dress ruined if she gets sick. That's pretty much.
No, I think she will care more about the wedding than he does.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah. That's true.
Okay. Who's more difficult to deal with? Mm-hmm. The mother of the bride or mother of the groom?
Depends on the situation. Oh my God.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
That's a bite, your answer. Depends on the situation.
Yes, it's a
I
bite.
don't know. This better be good. I want to eat the whole thing.
Yeah, I know it's good. I'm not answering any more questions.
You can ask me my address. I'll be like, wait.
You can only recommend one of these, photography or cinematography?
Photography.
Okay. Worst flowers for a centerpiece? Sunflower or daisies?
Sunflower.
Is it worse for the makeup artist to run late or the photographer to arrive late?
Makeup artist to run late.
Yeah.
So makeup artist runs late by an hour, photographer arrives late by an hour.
Well, yeah, because if he runs late, or the makeup artist runs late, everything's going to run late.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because if the photographer's there on time and the makeup is not ready, what does it matter?
And we can beat the photographer. I don't want to.
And the photographer can make up the time throughout the day and take the shots.
If he's a good photographer, you can't just assume that.
No, of course not.
Let's not make assumptions here.
Yeah.
That's true.
Worst song for a wedding reception? Who Let the Dogs Out? Thong Song.
Thong song?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which one is
Cisco.
that?
Yeah, a thong song.
Thong Song?
Yeah.
I don't know what that one is.
Come on, we don't have to pretend. Everybody knows
No,
the
I
thong
swear.
song. Cisco, the Thong Song.
I seriously don't. Do
You're
you know
19.
it?
You grew up with
How
this.
do you know it? And I don't know it. Okay.
You can
Whatever
YouTube
Zora
that.
said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's just, the dogs are cute, Who Let the Dogs Out, everybody likes that. But the other one's kind of vulgar for a wedding,
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that like Baby Got Back?
Similar.
Oh, I like Baby Got Back. But anyway, go ahead.
Not for a wedding.
Christmas music or elevator music? And I've heard both of them, so this is not a fake one.
Elevator. No,
I say Christmas music.
Do not play Christmas music. I don't like Christmas music during Christmas either.
Why are you getting so upset?
I
don't know why
Christmas
you
music.
don't say you hate Christmas. She doesn't hate Christmas.
I love Christmas. I hate Christmas music. Oh my God.
I worked retail for 20 years. I heard Christmas music nonstop, and I don't dislike it as much as you do.
Elevator music's fine. Put it on during dinner time when everybody's eating.
No. This is during dancing. We heard Christmas music.
Oh,
and
God,
another time we heard
no.
elevator music. Yeah.
Wait,
You want me to name the DJ?
Yeah. There are some Christmas songs like by George Michael or what is it, Mariah Carey, that I think are better than elevator music.
So if that plays after Khoshkila Ba'San, that's okay?
I will dance to that.
But only if the wedding's during Christmas.
No, it wasn't during Christmas.
Oh my God, this is getting worse. Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully they
Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
Why?
I'm too old for TikTok.
Yeah. I don't even know.
My children wouldn't let me go on
have TikTok.
Do you know what TikTok is?
Yes, I do.
Good.
If you had to have one of these, like the bride is like, I have to do one of these, would you rather the bride have a YouTube playlist playing on an iPod instead of a DJ, or the cousin take photos with an iPhone? And we've seen both of these again.
Music playlist.
On the playlist.
You rather have that one?
Yes.
100%.
Okay.
Yes.
At least that poor lady will have some good pictures.
Yes.
Her guests might go to a club afterwards, but otherwise.
Yeah.
DJ or band?
DJ. I like DJ.
Depends on the band for me.
No, think about it. It's a depends on. We don't play like that.
Okay.
Because DJ music, you can have all kinds of music. Band, do you really like the way they sing or the songs that they have? They're usually limited. They don't sing everything. But a DJ, you can have anything you want.
That's true.
Designing Sofrehs or planning a wedding?
Planning a wedding.
A meeting. I already answered this question.
You did? I don't know why you're taking
Planning a wedding only because it's physically exhausting.
Yeah.
Only for that reason. The Sofreh setup is physically
okay.
exhausting. Just for that reason. I like to clarify.
Better love story, Titanic or Notebook?
I never saw Notebook.
Why do you lie to the audience like that?
swear.
You've never seen a Notebook?
You know what?
Can I just have cake?
No, you know how I am, Arash. If a movie is too hyped up, I kind of rebel against it. I don't see it. I've never seen E.T.
Okay.
You've
never seen E.T.?
I've never
We
seen
have to end this
E.T.
podcast right now.
I haven't seen it. And I haven't seen Notebook. But
The love story of E.T. is greater than Notebook and Titanic.
Put together.
It
Yeah.
is really sweet. I mean, I know the premise.
I know that. Yeah, I know it too. But
I didn't want to cry. I'm a crier, so I didn't want to cry.
I just rebelled.
So what did you guys pick?
I picked
Titanic, 'cause I haven't seen the-
which I have a lot of issues with now because I had to see it again.
Okay. What's this doesn't have anything to do with that, but what's the worst thing you guys have seen at a wedding? Is it like a drunk person? Is it someone stealing flowers?
One of the guests' underwear, because she was so drunk that everybody knew what her underwear color was.
Because her pants came down?
No, she was
she
wearing
was
a dress.
dancing.
Oh,
she was
oh,
like
like that.
she had like
Oh,
her
I know who
legs
you're
wrapped
talking
around
about.
people, and yeah, she was wearing a black
There's
dress.
a little bit of dirty dancing going on.
a lot of dirty dancing going on, and everybody saw her underwear.
Were you
that-
going like this the whole time?
Yeah.
Shaking your head?
Yeah,
Like,
we
oh my
were
God.
like,
oh my God.
seriously?
Yeah.
Like, it was a family wedding.
It was a family wedding. But this girl wasn't family, by the way. She was a
She was
friend
a
of the
guest.
bride.
Yeah.
Would it be okay if it was a family member?
No, we would have taken her to the side.
Yeah, we would have like intervened
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at this same wedding, someone took a bite out of one of our breads that has been lacquered and glued. I think it was the same girl.
Might be.
Maybe.
My thing is that unfortunately, some people at weddings think that they're not going to have a good time unless they're drunk.
Yeah.
So that kind of rubs me the wrong way because I have the total opposite, that I need to be present to enjoy and know what's happening. So, and we also tell our brides and grooms not to drink the night before the wedding.
Night before.
I don't. Zohar
Or
does.
yeah, I do. And not drink too much during the wedding.
How many drinks can they have on the wedding day?
On the wedding
I
day?
don't know how much I can
2.
handle.
2?
Yeah.
I think 2 is a good number.
Yeah.
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 I'm a little tipsy when I'm working during weddings.
we know. Again, photograph and video evidence. Yeah.
Yes.
I did have one of our same wedding we did at Sunset. I love that family so much. The mom's like, "Oh, you have to come and have a shot with us," and I'm like, "No, you don't understand. Zohar will kill me. I can't drink on the job. I was scared."
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, when
we wouldn't do
the
that.
last wedding that we did together, the couple had been to another friend's wedding, and the groom had taken shots the night before with all the guests, and he was only at the ceremony and the first dance.
That's it?
That's it. He was gone.
He was gone and sick the rest of the time.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So we tell.
That story has traumatized Zohar.
No, I used to tell this way before.
No, you did,
Way
yeah.
before I used to tell our
You don't
couples.
want to be sick on your wedding
You don't.
day.
Yeah.
You don't want to
Yeah.
be. Be present. Enjoy that day,
Yeah.
and
It goes by
don't miss
so
it.
fast.
Don't miss it. You spend a year planning your wedding, and then what, for 3-4 shots of alcohol, you're not.
Yeah.
You're not there.
I'm assuming when you guys book weddings, like most vendors, you guys take a deposit, right?
Absolutely.
What do you guys do if they don't pay the second half? Meaning you're like, hey,
gosh,
the bill's
we've never
due.
had
And
that.
Never had that.
No, you never had that?
We had it like one time she had forgotten and we called and
remind
we
them?
just
Yeah,
said, and she,
just
oh, I'm so
remind
sorry.
them.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
we're like, oh, it's okay because it gets crazy during the day. But no, we've never had anyone not pay us.
I just want to know who's the muscle between you two.
I'm really shy.
No, I have
Believe
no
it or
problem.
not.
You're the muscle.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
say
I'm the muscle.
Okay.
She's the verbal muscle. I could probably.
I don't have any muscles, but
I'm bigger. I
I
could
don't think
probably
you need muscle.
physically.
You just have to be, formidable. Just
Yes,
show
yes,
up and,
yeah,
okay, so
Absolutely.
that's you.
Absolutely. The older I get, the more assertive I become. So
Less time to waste. so
there you go. Exactly.
yeah.
I don't have much left, so I gotta use it all.
I'm still 19. I'll get there soon.
I don't have most of it either. I just straight to the point because
Yeah.
why are we wasting time? Just
Absolutely.
say I'm not going to pay you so we can move on, or
Yeah.
tell me when you can pay me so
Yeah.
we have a date.
Well, you know what? We have a contract, so
People don't always abide by contracts though, and then you don't want to say I'm going to sue you,
Yeah.
and then
No,
that's
yeah.
weird.
That's
Yeah.
weird. Yeah.
no, I
don't wanna get it
luckily
back
we've never. No, I wasn't saying that I'm gonna go sue you, but then there is a contract, so they need to abide by the contract. So if I needed to talk to somebody, I'm like, you guys signed a contract,
Yeah.
and we've only received this much, and
We had
the rest is outstanding.
We had a wedding last year where the bride had told all the vendors, like, hey, I'll pay you the date of the wedding. And everybody kind of reluctantly agreed because she had booked everybody kind of last minute. So everybody's like, whatever. And the day of the wedding, at the night, when everybody's kind of leaving, she's like, I'll just mail checks out. And everybody started walking away. And I was the only one to be like, hey, you said you're going to pay us tonight.
Yeah.
Please, we'll wait. Go get your
Yeah.
Get your checkbook.
And then
Yeah.
she's like, okay. and everybody thanked me like, "Hey, thanks
Yeah.
for doing that." I was
Yeah.
like, "You guys
They
don't
were
want your
being too
money."
shy to say
It's the
something.
taro thing, or it's
Yeah.
whatever it is that they're doing.
I think it's a little bit of taro thing.
Yeah.
But I mean,
yeah.
we had agreed. The contract said a week before, and she said the night of.
Night
And
of.
you're already making that compromise.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's true. And they go on honeymoons, and then next thing you know, it's
Exactly,
like
yeah.
2
3
months
months
later,
later,
and they haven't. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't want to like hound people, but.
What's the best way for people to find out more about you? Is it like Facebook, Instagram? You said you don't have a TikTok, but we know you do. Is that the best way?
Yes,
She has a secret
Facebook,
TikTok.
Instagram. Our Instagram is Fabulous2 Design. Our Facebook is Fabulous2 Wedding and Party Design. And we have a website also, fabulous2design.com.
Is it better for people to email you, DM you, call you? Fastest way that you
Call
guys will
us,
respond?
anything.
Which one of you two
Email.
responds?
I do.
Zora responds.
Zora responds? Okay.
Immediately.
Zora responds so
Immediately.
quickly. There's a saying in Farsi when someone's like does things ahead of time that you're born at 7 months. You know, like half mahe bedonyo madi. Zora.
I've never heard shish mahe. Is it-
Shish mahe, yes. It's shish
Shish
mahe.
mahe? I
Yes.
gotta- Oh shoot!
Am I
I've been
teaching you
saying
guys
this
Farsi
wrong.
expressions?
Yeah.
Wow.
You mean?
Okay.
You probably have to teach me Farsi actually. Well, anyway, I used to say Zora shish mahe, but I guess now you're 4.5. So yeah,
She responds out
panch mahe.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Because I as a consumer, I don't want to wait too long to get an answer from anybody. So when somebody reaches out to me, they need I need to respond immediately. And if I don't have the answer, I'll say, I'll get back to you. So they know that I've seen it, that I'm working on it. It's just customer service.
That's
Yeah.
great customer service.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies, for joining me
Thank
today.
you.
Anything else you'd like to add? Any tips, last-minute tips for brides and grooms? Get a planner. Get a
Get a
coordinator.
planner.
Enjoy the process. Don't
Yes.
stress too much. And at the end of the day, your guests don't know right and left. They just want to
Yeah.
come and enjoy the moment with you guys.
And then
Seriously.
hire the professionals and let them do their work.
Yeah.
Hire the professionals. That's our
Yeah.
takeaway for today.
Yes.
Hire the professionals.
Thank
Let
you
them
again,
do
ladies.
And let
Thank
them
you.
do their work.
See you guys at the next wedding.
Okay, sounds good.
Hopefully.
Thank you, Arash.
Thank you for my cake.
You're welcome.